Hello. Um, Things are going really well for me as well. And my question is on um, whether we limit ourselves
Yeah,
with taking too small of steps at times.
maybe. But sometimes if the question is, how does it feel? Because sometimes a big step introduces resistance too.
Hmm.
So it's really about inspired stepping. Because if you're choosing the disc first and then you're inspired to the action, the bigness or the smallness of it is irrelevant. The inspiration is carrying you. And isn't inspiration a sort of momentum?
Hmm.
So when you're talking about limitations, what's making you talk about that? Limit yourself.
Well, I've heard you use the phrase next logical step. So there's somewhere where I know I'm going to get here. I know this is a place. I feel good about it. It's definitely going to get there. But it's kind of a little ways away, and so I need to take steps to get there.
Here's the thing that we really want you to hear. This is such a good place for us to be at this point of this discussion. So let's say that you have a list of things that you want. Emotions that you want to achieve, or discs, the disc that you want to achieve, or conditions, physical conditions, relationship experiences, material objects. So let's say you have a list of them. I want this specific BMW M5. I want this specific physical body weight. I want this specific feel and texture and deliciousness of a relationship. So you have this list of things. So there it exists. Now make this statement about it. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have a really good time on my way to that. That puts everything in the proper perspective. You see what we're getting at? I want to have a good time on my way to that. Because it's a journey that never ends. And so it doesn't matter whether the steps are small or large. It just matters that they're fun while I'm taking them. I want to have fun on my way to greater clarity. I want to have fun on my way to figuring out this high-flying disc. I want to have fun on my way to my ideal body weight. I want it to be fun. I want this experience to be fun because, it is so much fun to identify something wanted and find resonance with it and then watch the cooperative components. It's like you feel like this creator of the universe, that everything is at your fingertips and you are the orchestrator of all things. It is so exhilarating. It is so fun. It is so fun on my way. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun on my way to that BMW M5. So much fun. It's going to be so much fun on my way to 120 pounds or whatever you want. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Not miserable now, 40 pounds out. It's going to be fun on the way. It's going to be fun on the way. Fun on the way. Fun on the way, because all along the way, I get to feel inspired. All along the way, I get to see results of my inspiration. All along the way, I get to see other cooperative components. All along the way, I get to feel the inspiration. Fun along the way. There's no gap between where I am and where I want to be, because where I want to be is on a disc that I can do now. And you really don't want your way instantly into that car either. You really don't want your way instantly into anything. You want fun along the way. It's the savoring of it. We've been offering for quite a while the analogy that you really don't want to eat all of the meals that you will eat for all of this life today. You really don't want them to all show up today. Every good thing. There was a man, a taxi cab driver last night, describing pie. Ooh, pie. He just kept talking about pie. Everyone was talking about pie. Ooh, pie, pie, pie. They were talking about pie. It's fun to think about pie, but you really don't want to eat all those pies today. You don't want them all today. You don't want them all today. You want it to come to satisfy your current appetite. Ooh. You want all of these wonderful things to come to satisfy your current appetite. And you've got an appetite for fun and clarity and appreciation and love. Yeah?
I think what I'm thinking is that, like you said, you wake up in the morning and you're on the high-flying disc, and you feel good about the decision or where you're going. And then if you slip to a lower disc, fear sets in. Oh.
You see, here's the tripping point.
Okay.
Fun along your way to where you're going. If you're having fun, you're there. This is being fun. Not we're going to have fun. Not it's going to be fun. This is fun. This thought was fun. This universal convergence was fun. This impulse felt good. This resonance is fun. This empowerment is fun. It's being fun. It's not going to be fun. I'm not going to do this so that I can have fun. It's being fun. Don't you love that? Don't you love being with friends? You're all on that high-flying disc. You're all tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You can't decide for the life of you who's the funniest because you're all funny, or who's the smartest because you're all smart, or who's the most beautiful because you're all beautiful. Because you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. It's fun. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? And we want to convince you, you can tell because we're giving it everything Esther's got. We want to convince you that the moment is right here and now for you to choose that. It's being it now. I'm being certain now. I'm being clear now. I'm being precise now. I'm being definitive now. I'm being selective now. I'm being deliberate now. I'm having fun now. I'm on my way now. I'm living life now. I'm evolving perfectly now, but now is really good. Now is just right. Now is the convergence of all that I am, and it's full of all of these prizes and components. It's the manifestation of all that I'm allowing, and it's fun to know what I'm allowing. I'm in a bad mood. It's fun to know that. It's fun to know that. Isn't it fun to know that? Don't you like knowing that you're on? Esther's been having such fun recognizing what disc she's just crawled on. Oh my God, what was I thinking? And then I said that, and then I said that, and then that happened, and then I said that. But when you come to your senses and realize that you chose it, then it becomes immediately fun. I did that, and I can do something different. And I have all of these tricks in my bag that I can apply as I decide to. Life is fun. Being human on this leading edge in this specific time and space is the best of all creation. You knew it when you came. You knew that you would be on this leading edge of creation. You knew that you have the energy that creates worlds flowing to you and through you. You knew that this life would inspire with precision your specific desire. And you knew that each and every particle of that specific desire, no matter how small or broad, could be satisfied, would be emphasized, would be supported, would be realized, would be manifested. You knew that everything that this life inspired within you could flow to you in its fullest manifestational form. And you knew you didn't want it all at once. You knew you wanted it to come to support your appetite of clarity, your appetite of joy, your appetite of love, your appetite of fun. You knew that that's what you were here for. Not one of you said, I'll go and I'll get it all done and I'll fix the world and I'll straighten them out and I'll write a book and then they'll understand and then the world will finally be right. Not one of you said that. Every one of you said, I'll go and I'll mix it up and I'll come to personal preference and I'll find a way to find alignment and resonance with that personal preference. And then it will be fun. It will feel good in the moments of finding full resonance with who I am. You said, as you stood in that inner being state of being, I'll go forth into my physical body and you remain here in clarity of who I have become. And I will reach continually for the resonance of all that I have become. And I will always have that magnificent awareness of where I'm standing in any moment in relationship to who I really am. Who I'm standing in awareness of relationship with who I am. I will know. I'll be able to tell what emotional disc I'm on. And I know what my goal always is. And I know I can't get it wrong, and I know I'll never get it done. It's just more exposure to more life, and more launching of more rockets, and more awareness of who I really am, and more resonance with that. And the more I resonate with who I am, the more I will not be able to stand it when I'm out of resonance. That's the way it is supposed to be. And then I'll just keep reaching for the resonance, and I'll reach and find, and I'll reach and find, and I'll reach and find until I'm really good at reaching and finding. And then it will be fun, 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 mostly fun, mostly really fun. And others will look at me and they will say, hey, not fair. You're having so much fun. You're having so much fun. How come I'm not having so much fun? That's why right there. That's why. Your awareness that you're not having fun is the reason that you're not having fun. What? If I was having fun, I would be aware that I'm having fun. But since I'm not having fun, I'm aware that I'm not having fun. Yeah, that's your problem. What are you saying, crazy person? What are you saying to me? You got to have fun even when you're not having fun. You got to make fun of the not fun. You got to look for the redeeming feature. You got to look for things to appreciate. You got to find a reason to make it okay where you are. You got to soften your resistance. You got to stop trying so hard. You got to let go of your grip. You've got to relax and let go. You've got to trust. No, I've got to strive and struggle and try. That's what I've been taught. Growth and expansion is my quest. No, that's inevitable. Whether it comes easy or hard is the question. You cannot stop expanding. You've expanded so magnificently. We cannot even describe to you what you have caused in the expansion of the universe because of what you've lived in this lifetime, in this month, in this week, in this day, in this seminar. We cannot even begin to describe to you what you have accomplished. The question is, how much of what you have become are you going to let in? And the answer is, how much fun am I willing to have? How much benefit of the doubt am I willing to give myself and others? How much am I willing to chill? How much struggle am I willing to let go of? How many words of love am I willing to speak? How much praise am I willing to give? How many compliments am I willing to dish out? How much appreciation am I willing to just rest in? How am I going to realize that my explaining to you is not necessarily going to make you understand what I feel, and might even cause me to feel more what you're feeling? Now stop the struggle. I'm just going to live through the clarity of my example. I'm just going to find that high-flying disc and stay there as long as I can, and call everybody I can think of while I'm there. Find it and make the call. Find it and take the drive. Find it and buy the thing. Find it and sing the song. Find it and take the action if it's inspired. And inspired action will always come if you've stayed there long enough for momentum to get going. 68 seconds is all it takes. We've enjoyed this interaction. It's exhilarating to come together. Exhilarating. It's exhilarating. Do you understand that word? Exhilarating. It is the most high-flying experience imaginable by us, to come together with those like you who have been willing to expose yourself to enough contrast to expand into enough momentum that we get to ride and be. And then to watch you deliberately finding resonance with that momentum until you're flying and riding and funning right along with us. There is no satisfaction that is greater than for you, who are part of us, to come forth and become more than you were when you were part of us. And then to throw to us that further expansion that you carved out. And then for us to hold that expansion steadily with momentum, and then to watch you come back into resonance with all that we have together become. There is no greater satisfaction in this eternal becoming that we are all a part of. We all make too much of all of this, you know. Life's going to cause you to launch those rockets. And if you care about how you feel, you're going to ride plenty of them. That's about as long as this seminar should be. You were born, you're good, you know what you want, get happy, it'll come.